All right, so here we go. We're going to take a look at a second game. Hopefully I will improve, not only in terms of play, but in terms of my ability to make a at least watchable video. So we're going to pull up Stockfish. I called it Shredder before, Stockfish. Here just so we can kind of watch. I draw the white pieces again here. I went with a shorter time control, but to be honest, I was uploading the last video while I was playing at the beginning, so there was a period where I dropped a lot of time. We begin the same here. I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with white up to here. Like, I think I can be comfortable with this every time. Right? I mean, I think I've maintained, the first turn advantage. That seems way too early for that move. Yeah. Computer's not going to like that. Castle, that was exciting. That's where things really changed. Now, see, this is the problem with a move like that, or the great thing about a move like that is it's aggressive. So my natural assumption, not being confident in my chances against Gore Bill, because I'm usually less confident than I probably should be, I imagine there's some plan and taking it is bad. I mean, I just looked briefly at taking it, but then I'm worried about this pawn push. I don't really know what he has planned. He's opened up this pin. I mean, so that's what I went for. What does the computer think of that? Does it hate it? Sort of does hate it. Yeah, he didn't take immediately. I feel like he has to take there. Like, I immediately thought, oh, take is bad. I should have thought through that bishop move longer. But he actually comes down here, which is like, feels like it just gives everything back to me. I mean, now what am I doing here? Oh, I'm worried about this push here to close up the board. So I'm playing this, and then maybe I can play d4. It also feels like with this pin, this knight, the b knight is more likely to jump over here to relieve the pin. Yeah, I don't know, but I guess I should take immediately. What happens here, though? Oh, and then I kick her with this. And kick that. Okay, and things are getting pretty crowded for him. I mean, I guess that's the idea. But instead I did this. Does it hate it? It probably does. Yeah, it hates it. So he should still capture, apparently, which he does. Now, my idea here is that this is the only thing defending this. I overlooked this pin because I'm thinking, well, I can take off this knight anytime I want, double the pawns, and grab this pawn. Not really thinking things through. So we go here, and now it's time, I think, to take stuff off. I mean, he's obviously we'll play through on this side first. And then he takes there, and I immediately realize the very obvious pin. So I do take, which is what the computer says to do. Good for me. Now, I feel like he has to take these queens off here. That is what I thought. Like, now, this is very interesting. He grabs this pawn, which lets me take the queens off, which alleviates this pin and gives me some freedom. So, sorry, we're going through here. Grabs this pawn, take. Now I can grab that pawn because there's no pin. And now immediately, this is dangling. This might be bad. I mean, that knight just got to a really good spot really fast. So, I don't even... It's funny. I don't even remember. What did he do instead of... Oh, right, he grabbed the pawn. Duh. Oh, wow. Didn't even consider that. Break the pin and put pressure on this. Wow, that's smart. Put pressure on this without using the knight and keep the queens on the board. Because this did feel like it kind of evened stuff, but I thought by getting these pawns I was doing all right. Oh, that's funny. Just immediately threaten that, huh? Yeah, I did see that this square here, he could sort of instigate some things, but he never really took charge. So I take here. I don't know what we're doing. Protecting that knight. I grab there, which maybe I shouldn't. maybe the rook should come over here. I mean, it felt like eventually this rook is sliding over here. He's a long way from, he's a move away from even thinking about a kingside castle. There's this pawn move here to attack this knight and freeing up this knight to come this way, I'm thinking. And I'm not sure exactly what's going to happen here. We do have this play on this loose pawn here. We've got a pawn over here. I mean, I immediately, after his last couple moves, I really like this. But I did take this, which the computer seems to like. He goes to defend that pawn, which maybe he shouldn't. Maybe it's just time for him to attack. He's got another bishop to bring in, a rook. I don't really have any threat on his king. Here, well, I'm thinking prevent this pawn push. This was the point at which I was very low on time. I came back and realized the game was sitting here. So I'm thinking get that up there. So let's do this here. It's going to hate this. Yeah, I realized that immediately. And then immediately I'm seeing this check here, which I probably should have been looking for earlier. He's trying to castle in a hurry. But look at that. Don't you? I just love when the computer and I are on the same page. Good news. Coming up here, the knight's going to have to move. Then I've got this check. Then he's going to have to block. And I'm getting an awful lot of tempo here was my thinking. There, check, block. Bishop up. Now, this I maybe messed up on. I was going after that pawn. Maybe I don't do that. Maybe I just bring this knight up immediately. Is there a better way to just keep this pressure? I mean, this knight can even go up here. Let's see what the old computer thinks. So we go here. He does go back. Wow. Doesn't even want the check. All right, so the check, a much more expected move. Oh. Yeah, to just attack this. Yeah. Can't move it. Oh, darn. Okay. Yep. That would have been stronger than what I did play, which does let him run to safety. Now, what do you think I do here? How do you, viewer, see a continuation here? I thought I could do that, but it gets me into a little bit of trouble. Let's see what the computer thinks. Yeah, that's about the swing. That's about what the swing felt like when I did it. He actually came down to threaten. And I thought, I looked at this for as much time as I possibly could, and I thought I'm dropping a piece here no matter what I do. And I didn't want to lose both of them. So there's a check here, which forces the take, which lets me get this rook up. And he's obviously going to grab there. Let's see. Well, okay, so I was kind of on board with this at this point here. Oh, wow, now it thinks leave the bishop and save. That's interesting. And I did not retreat this. See, so I guess my rook is not safe up there, which is the thing. I did not retreat that immediately. I saw this as an issue, and again, we're battling with time. So up we come. It's going to be funny because you can obviously see that I won this. It's going to be fairly amusing when you see how that came about. Oh, he just gave away that. Why is that so much advantage he gave away there? Oh, because this locks my rook in. Yeah, okay. He goes over here instead. I mean, I don't know why. Just go with the king. I made this move, and then, because I'm worried about this spot for the knight, and then immediately I realized that this could come off. I mean, he missed a bunch of, well, can he not take there? No, okay, I guess not. Maybe my move was more acceptable than I thought. And I'm thinking I've got a little pressure. This felt awful. This felt like a terrible move here with the rook. Guess it wasn't, though. I mean, it's like just a weird spot to gang up. I mean, I've got options of bringing this guy here to defend, and I think, I mean, I just pop this up, right? King comes over to try and get at this rook. It's an interesting time for him to get involved. What about knight? Oh, no, because the king was there. Man, if I'm him, maybe I just bring over a rook and just trade off rooks. I mean, that's why I'm me and not any better than I am. But he comes at me with the king. This seemed, it's here or here. This seemed relatively safe and felt like then I could slide over there if need be. Working against the time. That didn't seem great. And then I pushed there. So now let's have a look here. See, I didn't go there because I worried about this. Okay. Down we come, and then this feels really bad. Well, here I was worried about. Yeah, okay. I just set these up on the dark squares. Now he brings. Oh, there was also the idea of blocking the knight from moving here. Now you see this develop a little bit, and we're getting towards the end here. So now it comes back down here. Here, right? I'm already kind of forgetting there. He comes in for this trade, which is interesting. Really liked him before. Take. I thought about this king move, actually. That's funny that popped up. And then it's just a question of where do I want these rooks? Do they need to line up? Can this guy leave this side? How do I get pressure going up here at the king? I decided to put them together. I really thought hard about d1. I guess maybe that's the move to make. You're going to love this finish. Okay, just pushing this pawn because maybe he doesn't know what else to do. That's sort of why I did this. I mean, I'm thinking at this point I've got to move the king up, but I wanted to get some pawns going with him. Oh yeah, it really doesn't like that because I need help over here. This is weak. And this is a white square, which is going to be problematic, perhaps, with the bishop. Wow, computer really doesn't like me. I mean, I thought I was losing. I mean, big time. That was pretty obvious to me. Felt like I actually should have lost. So he threatens this with the wrong rook, and I immediately saw this. And I was like, well, there's no reason he's moving over here unless he wants to take this. So I just very quickly made this move. I mean, and then hopefully you see it. And that's good game. I mean, so it just, it required a blunder. I mean, and I anticipated this blunder, but it's sort of a miraculous win. So, I mean, if we go back, well, let's go back on this. Fine through here. Here, forget his vague threat. Just take and open up the middle of the board. But the pin doesn't feel horrible. I got outplayed for this entire game until the end. I had some ideas that opened up here, but the idea of popping the queen out here to attack the unprotected knight and the unprotected pawn, I mean, that is now so clearly the move. I got to remember that that's one of the benefits of playing c3 to enable d4 is you're also opening, you're opening this back alley for the queen, especially